Can you get a job in UK in audit firm, especially if you are not from Big Four or if you are from industry? Is there a real possibility? This is what we are going to explore in this video. Before starting, I can tell you I have seen people from industry, like pure industry without any Big Four experience, coming in UK's top Big Four firms as well. I have seen people coming from Big Four firms to Big Four firms. I have seen people coming from smaller firms to Big Four firms as well, and then I have seen people coming from Big Four firms who went to industry, spent a couple of years, like 2-3 years, and then coming here again. So there's a difference in number of people that have gone through different routes, but of course I have seen the possibility across the board. So this is the video where I'll be touching upon different aspects of who gets a preference, why they get a preference, and what to look forward to. Before getting into the topic, I want to highlight that I have created a playlist especially for those people who are not from Big Four background and want to come to UK or looking to explore a career at international level. So there's a different playlist. The description is the playlist link is in the description box as well. You can check out. So the point is, who gets the preference, or how anybody can come from non-Big Four background. So I have made different videos with different people already talking about that, as who gets the preference and how to navigate your career. But let's summarize everything in this video. Number one, when a job is posted, right, at any level, let's talk about assistant manager level, which is quite common and the most basic level for anybody who has qualification and 3 to 4 years of experience in general. And by qualification I mean typically ACA or ACCA in particular, and maybe some other qualifications depending on the job that's being posted. So talking about job, when somebody posts a job, let's say one of the Big Four firm has posted a job that they are looking for an assistant manager in audit field in any specific industry. Now the point is, the firms are posting jobs by different industries, by different sectors. So you'll find jobs in financial services, corporate, and by corporate you may find jobs in oil and gas, retail, maybe some other industry. So you know the bifurcation is at different sector level as well. And now when the CVs are there, if they received 100 CVs, they will of course filter through the CVs based on their qualifications. So number one, qualification is a key criteria. If you're not qualified, then of course there are less chances. So be it Big Four, be it non-Big Four, qualification does have its own importance, and you need to be qualified to have a greater chance. Now if you're qualified from Big Four, non-Big Four, industry, etc., now it comes to your experience. If the job isn't their financial services, and if you're a corporate person, of course you don't stand a chance, right? And your CV will be discarded for that job, and financial services person will be taken kind of reviewed for further details. Now let's say the job was in the financial services sector, talk about a very specialist skill set which talks about, let's say, credit risk for a banking kind of industry, right? Now even though if you're in financial services from a Big Four firm, right, and you have a lot of experience as a general financial services experience, but you don't have the specialized experience of those credit risks that we talk about, then you don't stand a lot of chance, right? You might be given a chance if there's no other suitable candidate better than you for that job. And at the same time, let's talk about an industry guy from a bank itself who has got this specific skill set of that credit risk that firm is looking forward to. Even though they don't have the exact audit experience, but they have got that experience of exact thing the firm is looking forward to. Or let's say another guy who has got the experience of the firm and spent 3 years of their career after the articleship in the banking, the specific sector. So of course those people will get more priority than yourself, right? From somebody who's just in the audit, because they satisfy the requirements, of the job. Somebody wanted the specific skill set in the team, and the person is satisfying the job. So it doesn't matter if you're in the firm, if you're in industry, if you satisfy the job, you apply, then you have the higher chance as against others. Now this is what I'm talking about, very special skill set, right? Let's say the special skill set is your taxation, maybe the pensions, you have worked in pensions, maybe you have worked in credit risk, maybe you worked in market risk, or maybe banking books, or let's say maybe you are some other finance specialist, kind of process transformation, internal controls. So those are very specific skill set level where you may find a job outside the audit firm candidate, outside the Big Four candidate, just depending on your capabilities, just depending on your profile, and not just because of Big Four brand. I know people coming in analytics and modeling team just out of industry, from I guess Pakistan, because they had a specialist skill set. They are not from Big Four, they never have done Big Four, they were not even ACCA or CA, they were just some other qualifications, but still kind of part of audit and assurance umbrella, and one of the Big Four firms in UK, just because they had the relevant skill set. And same goes for many other candidates as well. Now, when we talk about small firm candidates versus Big Four candidates for a very typical audit job, right? The typical audit job is like, I need an assistant manager level for a financial service industry who knows how to lead clients, who can deal with the senior associates, who can manage a client's typical job. In that case, you see if a Big Four person has got good experience, and even a smaller firm candidate got a good experience at the same level, Big Four will get a priority just because of the name, the brand name. They will get a priority than the smaller firm candidate, which is kind of a fact for many industries. Bigger name get the privilege. But let's say I have two candidates at this stage. Number one candidate is from Big Four. They got a very good banking experience, which is quite generalized in terms of financial service, banking in terms of the general experience, the financial services like banking, insurance, asset management, a very generic financial services. And we talk about smaller firm guy who has led a lot of big banks as a lead manager or assistant manager. Then there will be comparison. Okay, I have got a guy from Big Four firm who has got the experience in the financial services, but not specifically banking. And other side, from a smaller firm, I'm not exactly saying very small firm, because that's again a limitation, but reasonably smaller firm, kind of a medium-sized firm, and the person has the experience of leading bigger banks, kind of a medium-sized banks, but those are bigger banks as against general FS experience. Then the person can get priority. I'm not saying 100% priority, but that person can get a priority. I've seen people from India applying from different firms other than Big Four, like even some consultancy firms or some smaller firms, and getting jobs here in UK as well. So that's kind of what's happening. And at the same time, the person who is not from Big Four, but the firm has an international affiliation, and I think it's an important point to highlight. International affiliation really matters. I have seen people coming to UK from firms like PKF, from firm like Nexia International, and then there's a kind of video, of course, GT, Mazars, etc., coming here on their own, international firms, or maybe some other firms as well. So international affiliations really matter. So if I break the firms into three parts: Big Four firms, other than Big Four firms with international affiliations, and then other than Big Four firms with no international affiliations, which is basically local firms with no international footprint. Then of course there's a kind of a order of priority: number one, number two, number three. The Big Four gets the priority number one, second one being international affiliations other than Big Four get the priority two, and then third ones are of course with no priority. Experience does have its own impact, but of course international affiliation is also important. So multiple factors playing into the overall picture in the whole scenario, but there are jobs for everybody. You just need to have a very specific skill set. If you are targeting very specific job in a generic job environment where you have a typical audit job, that the candidates from a Big Four background probably take a priority just because of the brand name. So this is kind of a very generic overview. Of course, I have made 5 to 6 other videos and 3 podcasts with some other candidates, some other people who moved to UK. So you can watch that in the playlist. Description is in the link is in the description already. I hope this is helpful. Any questions, drop note in comments. I respond to comments typically next 2 days after the video uploaded. So yeah, thank you so much.